Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 3, Episode 8. So in case you didn't notice, we're wearing these fabulous shirts that Rick designed for us. And it's obviously in honor of Miss Alexis Mateo. I'm a fucking drag queen! Yeah! Her laugh, her little giggle is, I think, my favorite part. It's just like hee hee. So you can get these, as well as a bunch of other fabulous shirts at moviebitches.threadless.com. There's also a link in our description. I said that weird. Description.
It was bizarre. This week...
Life, Liberty, the Pursuit of Drag.
Because that's Rue's book, right? Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of
Is it?
Drag. I feel like, yes.
One of the books?
Yes.
Sure.
I feel like that's true.
Okay.
Anyway, everybody comes to the workroom, and the Heathers are all very sad about Delta leaving.
Yes.
Rightly so. I'm still kind of sad about it. And Alexis is still wondering who this Heather person is.
Yeah, who's this Heather person?
What is the hell with these Heathers?
I don't know. I'm not really here for the Heathers.
No.
Like, it's just annoying, because it's so cliquish. I don't like when there's always, like, Rolaska talks, and, like, the cliques are never fun for me. It's sort of, like, silly, but it also seems like, oh, no, we've committed to this, and then they'll be like, oh, so, like, Manila often will be like, oh, I'm so excited that Heather stayed. You know, like, there's, like, a moment of, like, oh, right, I have to keep this charade up, or whatever. Charade?
I can't believe I sent Heather home.
So anyway, Alexis and Shangela are talking, and Shangela is like, oh, how do you feel about this sort of performative,
the
this
crying,
performance last week
like
about
hugging.
Everyone coming to hug Delta as she was leaving and them crying all about it and da-da-da-da, and Alexis is like, well, that's just what it was, a performance. And I'm like, really, guys? Like, they are friends.
They're friends.
And that teary goodbye and that production.
It was exactly that of production. It was a We Are the World, We Are the Children's moment on the stage.
They were
I don't
sad.
know. It felt like they were fucking assholes to Delta all season. They were like, oh, we're so sad you're leaving.
Right.
You know, whatever.
I mean, it was their friend who had made it far with them in the competition. Right. It's not like anyone was crying when, like, Mimi I'm First went home because she picked someone up and dragged them across the stage.
Oh, Mimi, oh no.
Oh, we're gonna miss you so much.
So the mini challenge this week is to take a plain black bra and make it glamourific.
Bedazzle it.
Into something truly glamourific. I want you to bedazzle a healthy pair of Hooters.
Most of them were terrible.
Well, it was like a stupid challenge that didn't matter. You know what I mean? It was like, sure, whatever. And most
Although
of
this
them,
at least was one that was like about skill and like artistic
creative.
vision. Exactly.
I'm so excited I'm lactating.
Shangela's
was awful.
Well, first she glues all the beads into the inside of the cup. And I just don't understand.
Because she hasn't ever used a bra?
I mean, based on this week's runway, I feel like that is an accurate statement.
Right? Maybe that's why her nip's always showing.
I mean, yeah. We're uncovering the mysteries.
Uncovering the mysteries.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you put the decorations on the inside, right?
No, that's not how you...
But anyway, she realizes her problem and fixes it. But it was just, they were two different colors.
Well, so one was gold and was supposed to be RuPaul's wig?
A profile, or like a
profile of her hair?
Like a picture of her face.
Now, is that corn?
Actually, this is supposed to be a model of you. With the big blonde hair.
I don't know. It looked like
nonsense.
Yellow beads glued onto a cup.
If even. It looked like someone threw up macaroni and cheese onto a bra.
It was like a macaron, like when you go to kindergarten and you're like, look, Mom.
Yeah, and then the other side was like some silver... Oh, and then she like glitter penned RuPaul. Yara's I thought was really pretty.
She did the two different cup styles well.
Yes.
It was all one color.
Well, and it like flowed together. It was like a pattern almost.
It's a zebra.
This is my zebra collection.
Ah, your zebra
by
collection.
Zara Sophia's Secret.
Auntie.
So then Manila comes out in this like, you know,
like,
robo bitch.
Well, she's like, I was going for like a submarine grommet sort of, here's my torpedoes thing.
Fembot.
And then ruin her, do a skit.
Better luck next time, Manila. To kill Rupaul, you gotta be faster than that.
Oh my god, I loved it.
She's like, pew, 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 Manila.
Don't make fake gun noises.
Manila, do not make fake sound effect gun noises.
RuPaul is Wonder Woman, like, pachoo, 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 and it goes on for a very long time, and I could have watched this for a while.
For a while. Maybe we should drag it out.
Pew, 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 pew. So anyway, Manila wins, duh. Like, it was like
it
an
was like
absolute
obvious.
no-brainer.
Yeah, so the main challenge is
Yes.
they have to create a 30 to 60 second PSA to be sent to the troops abroad about why you love America.
Yeah.
And they have to do it in like patriotic garb.
I just really wanted to see the like satellite video
Right.
of the soldiers watching said PSAs and
Right.
just either being like, what's
What?
this? Or being like, yes!
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Platoon
know.
153 is like,
being like-
okay.
What's this?
You are going to be talking to the troops who are serving this great nation of ours. Just know that we want it to come from the heart, not come from between your legs.
It was confused because they're like, okay, we need you to send a message to the troops that's gonna keep them going, but then also say why you love America, but then also be like a fabulous drag queen
Right.
to this like military establishment. So there's like a weird,
Well-
am I trying to be sexy for them, but I'm a man? This is, I don't know, it was like confusing.
It was confusing. And this is where I think it's interesting because for me, it seemed like part of the message was you have to take this seriously.
Right?
And so it's interesting because Raja,
Yeah.
who had said 4 weeks ago or whatever, I'm going to be funny until they tell me that they want me to be serious.
Right?
Went serious because it kind of seemed like that's what they wanted. You know, it was like,
Exactly.
well, don't be too crazy because this is for the troops.
Don't
You have
be
to-"
disrespectful
Exactly.
to the veterans, you know, and so it was confusing.
So she went all serious.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, then Manila did not, and she got red for it.
Right.
By everyone except for Michelle, who I think got it.
We're still drag queens at the end of the day.
Like, come on.
So they're all in the workroom writing down ideas, trying to figure out what they need to do. And Yara is like, first she asks Alexis, like, what do you think
yeah.
about this?
No, I'm wearing no clothes because I don't want any brand, any stereotypes to cover who I am. Do you like it? I didn't get it.
And Alexis is sort of like, I don't get it, even though I did.
She was gonna be naked because she didn't want.
She was like,
She's
I
like,
don't
I
have
don't have
any
a brand
labels.
or
I don't
yeah.
need to have anybody tell me who I am. I'm just Yara Sofia. And I was like, that's beautiful. But Alexis kind of dismisses her.
A little bit.
And then she
goes
goes
to
over to
Shan.
Shangela and is like, hey, what do you like this idea? What do you think about it? And Shangela is just like,
Yeah, but babe, you gotta let me write. Oh, you gotta let me write.
I taught Shangela a few things about makeup, and today she doesn't want to help me.
like just completely dismissing her. And it was fucked up, and I was mad about it.
It was fucked up because, like, look at how much time Yara took last week and every other
And
week
every other week.
to help her.
If I thought Yara needed the help, I would help her. But she doesn't.
Shangela and Alexis are like, do your job. I know you're doing your job, but before I was doing my job, and I help you.
Oh, and Untucked, we'll talk about it, but she says, like, oh, I feel stupid.
Yeah, I feel used.
Yeah, well, that's how Raja felt, and that's why they're not friends anymore.
But it is weird because then Shangela and Alexis really seemingly bonded this week.
Yeah.
Because Shangela wants to know about
Alexis's
her personal life.
Yeah.
Like, she's really like, well, tell me what's going on, and like, how are you feeling, or whatever.
I hope I don't cry.
Why would you cry?
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things.
Like what?
I think part of it was probably just that at
Time.
that point she had finished writing or what, you know, like she
Whatever
was
it
further
was.
along, and so she didn't feel as stressed.
Yeah.
But like, how long does it take to just take 30 seconds and
Be
say
like-
you're naked because of what? Oh, well, maybe you should change this or do that, and like that could
Yeah.
work. You know, oh, cool. I took 2 minutes to help you. You're welcome. Goodbye. Get out of my face. So they go into film with Rue and Michelle, which is always fun. I like when Rue and Michelle are together.
Oh yeah, because they're like
like
having-
Kiki and best friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like,
like-
oh my god, this is so dumb. And I feel like they laugh harder at stuff
Yes, together.
together.
So first up, Shangela, she comes out,
Nothing says I love America like a dog.
which I didn't understand.
No, because people have dogs all over the world.
So then she's like, thank you for protecting us and our furry friends. And she's like holding this taxidermy dog, and I was like, what's this?
Yeah.
I found it to be confusing.
That got cut.
It did get cut. And then she starts to sing.
From the heart of all the gays.
Very poorly.
Yeah.
And she does a thing so like the pit crew's like standing next to her, and they are just they've clearly been given no direction by her, because they're just like, we're here. And she goes, I'm a solo, like she stops singing in the middle. She goes, I'm a solo act, get out of here. And they're like,
okay,
we weren't doing anything but cool. Like, it was bizarre. It wasn't like they were like, hey, we're doing it, or whatever. They were just basically mannequins behind her.
She's like, okay, I want you guys to like, you know, tap dance behind me, whatever, and like give me jazz hands.
Or like, come in like you're about to start singing, and
exactly.
be like, no, or whatever.
Yeah, this is
I just want to sing!
Stop that. You're not going to do a song while I'm here.
And then she sings very, very, very poorly on purpose, and I didn't care for
Well, it was on purpose.
It had to be. It was like that level.
I mean, it was quite off key.
But it was like, it was purposefully
Okay.
bad. I don't understand why that is funny.
No.
And the home of the gays.
I didn't get Shangela's perspective or like point of view or her message.
She was just being Shangela.
It was just kind of like this, like, I'm gonna pull these tricks out of my hat. And some of it works, but for the most part, I found it to be like kind of lackluster. I mean,
she said something like, oh, because her mother was in Desert Storm, and she's like, oh, when my mom would call, she'd say, make me laugh, make me laugh. So I think her thing was, oh, I want to make something really funny.
Make them laugh, make them laugh. Well, then I wish I had more of that.
Yeah.
Like, give me some, like, Patch Adams, like...
Patch Adams!
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, literally go for it then. If you're, like... Because that would have been really touchy, where she's like, you know, my mom served.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I could do to help thank her was to try and entertain her.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I can do for you now to thank you is to try and entertain you.
Yeah.
So I'm literally your clown for the next 25 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get what her personal connection was. I didn't get why she was thinking or doing or singing or, I mean, home of the gays. It was confusing.
Yeah. And her outfit was just like a very high-cut bathing suit, and it looked like she had a penis.
Well, she does. Spoiler alert.
What?
I wasn't, like, entertained. I wasn't like, oh my god, I want to watch that 1,000 times.
No, and
unlike Alexis Mateos, where you're like, I want to watch that 1,000 times.
Bam! Bam! Bam!
So anyway, next up, Carmen Carrera, who's in this like blue bodysuit.
Yeah.
Looked on point.
Yeah.
I mean, the point of her video was, I'm hot. I was made in America. Because I'm hot. I don't know, that was...
Sure.
I don't know, she didn't say much.
The Statue of Liberty. Hey!
Yeah, I was a little confused by her message too.
I feel like hers, she should have leaned into that, like, I'm keeping these soldiers warm at night. Like, come home, you know?
Yeah.
I'm keeping the home fires burning for when you get back, honey. Something, right?
Sure. It was confused to me too. I don't know. A lot of these were just like, what's the point of this?
The assignment was
assignment was confusing. A PSA, a public service announcement.
Yeah.
About what?
Why
for the troops?
Why a personal reason why you love America,
Uh-huh.
but you're a drag queen and we're sending this to the troops. 4 reasons.
So then Jada Sophia.
Yes.
Well,
she comes out in this, it's like a American flag robe.
Yes.
Or was it just
I think
an
it was
American
just
flag
an American flag that
just
she like
belted?
wrapped around herself and like made it look chic.
She takes it off and has like a
red, like...
It was too short.
It was too short because you could see her little coochie.
Her hoochie coochie.
Yeah.
I love America because fuck. I love America.
She had a real hard time getting her lines out. She kept fucking them up, and then she was just sort of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I found this more entertaining than others, but...
I found this a bit grating.
A little bit. Johnny Weir called it shrill.
We will talk about Johnny Weir.
Oh boy.
So then next was Manila, who is in this sort of Jessica Simpson Americana looking thing.
Yeah.
Like high-waisted bathing suit bottoms and then a bra. The wig looked tacky and cheap.
Also, the way that she did her makeup with the wig or whatever.
Whatever it
she
was.
looked like jaundiced. I don't know. It was like a little weird.
Yeah.
It was like, there's something, are you ill?
Yeah.
Like,
are you okay?
Yeah, or did you get seasick on like the Navy boat? Like, what's happening? I don't know.
She went like method with it.
Yeah, right.
She's the Robert De Niro of drag queens.
But so she does like this whole...
Well, Manila does this sometimes. She has like a big idea. This is like a big version of the panda look, right? Where it's like, that's an idea. And you went somewhere that no one else did, but you went there and you didn't veer off that path and it was maybe the wrong idea. Even though it was an idea, you know what I mean?
Well, and this is where I think it's a bummer. They didn't really show us how she used her extra time.
Yeah.
But if she had taken the 5 minutes and said, like, okay, can we set a timer for the 5 extra minutes right now, please?
Yeah.
I want to just talk with you guys about, like, what I'm thinking and run it by you before we start so that I can make adjustments before we, like, actually start filming. Then perhaps they could have said, well, this might be a little too vulgar or a little too crass.
But I think Michelle was living, so
she
whatever.
was.
I love to eat food.
So yeah, so Manila's whole thing is like, in America you can get any kind of food, no matter.
Because it represents the diversity.
From any country or whatever.
Which is a cute idea.
Hold it like this so people can see the length of it, honey. Oh, yes. That was good.
Hers, while I didn't find hilarious, like the end version of it, was totally like a cohesive through line idea.
There was a clarity of concept that was lacking in a lot of the other queens.
And then she's like, the pit crew guys are standing on either side of her, and they have just the most atrocious colored briefs.
Oh yeah, I think they were going for like
fatigues, but it just looked like vomit yet green.
It was like olivey green, but like a real pale olive. It looked like their like olive camo green briefs got tossed in with the whites and bleached a little.
Yeah.
And so it was like, oh, they once were vibrant.
Oh no, I ruined my favorite, fatigue briefs. Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah.
Like it looked gross to me.
Sure.
Anyway.
It's too bad that they didn't have Andrew Christian, because I'm sure that there's like some real
Americana.
great, like, camo, like, but the butt's missing. I might own a jockstrap like that, actually.
Camo or American?
Camo.
Great. But then she's like, and when you come back, you get back from your tour, you can have all the food you want.
All the food you can eat.
Oh my God. Including these disgusting yellow briefs.
It was funny though.
Made me laugh. I feel like with a different judging panel, she would have been in the top.
Possibly.
Maybe. Next was Raja, who had a very 1940s pin-up thing going on. We did a lot of posing.
She got the look
seemed like
down.
she was having a fun time in the posing and stuff. She didn't say much in the practice.
I don't think she planned enough of what she wanted to say.
America, the land where
I think she was like, I'm gonna do kind of like a come home boys.
Right.
And just call it at that.
But she
just
should
be like
have
a pinup girl, but she needed a message.
God bless the troops.
Nice. So then last and best.
Alexis Mateo in this just horrific American flag printed
Statue of Liberty.
Like, it's like something you'd be like, you walked by it in the fabric store.
Oh yeah, but somehow it works.
I mean, it was so tacky campy that it worked. She came out just like a cannonball.
Oh,
She was just so effervescent and having the best time.
Well, she got it. She goes, this is so cheesy. I love it. Like, she was just doing it up. Like,
she knows what she said. She says, even if I was born on the moon, I would be in America. Sickening, no.
And even if I was born on the moon, I will still be in America. Sickening, no? This is so corny. I love it.
I think she meant I would be an American.
Right.
It was very silly. But she gets in like the Bobby, come home to me, darling.
Oh,
Bobby,
baby.
Come home to me.
Bobby, I want you to come back home, baby.
Bam! Bam!
Bam! Bam! Bam!
Well, and Michelle says it best. She's like, you came in and you wanted to dance with that piece of lame fabric and just have a good time, and that's what you did, and I laughed my ass off.
Yep.
Like, yeah. Only in America can a girl like me have a fucking chorizo!
Yeah, chorizo!
She was actually the only one that was like, I love America because I could be a fucking drag queen here.
I'm a fucking drag queen!
So, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the runway, their final videos, fabulous lip sync, and some Untucked. Stay tuned.
So, Rue walks down the runway, taking all the drapes from Tara.
Oh my
putting
god,
them into
the one dress!
It was so good.
I really liked this, but yet there's always, I don't know why, Rue, it's like there's always something
like
extra.
one too many
This
things.
stupid bow, like right here, just take it off. You had all of these other, like, just take the bow off.
It was
We
sort of
don't
like-
need the bow.
We're going home to Tara.
We're going home to Tara.
Santino has his powdered wig.
Oh my god.
This is why I don't mind Santino, because I feel like he's willing to just be like, I'm Rue's puppet. Like, he's just like,
He's having fun with it. He has fun.
He's having fun. I don't hate Santino.
I don't hate him.
Then Rue announces that the guest judges are going to be Cheryl Tiegs and Johnny Weir.
Oh my god, Johnny Weir. Love her.
Wearing simply finger-only gloves.
Oh my god, I loved these. It looked like perhaps he was about to give someone a prostate exam. I'm confused.
But like a real sexy, fashionable prostate exam.
Yes.
I'll say it right now. Johnny Weir could be a permanent judge on this show, and I would not be mad about it.
I would not be mad about it.
He brought a lot of sass and pizzazz and opinions.
Oh my.
So, first down the runway, Manila Luzon.
Oh my god, yes.
In this 1920s, all about the Benjamins, just like
Flapper
extravaganza.
I loved this.
Oh yeah.
She had like a little American Express card fascinator.
Well, it reminded me of the costume designer for Priscilla Queen of the Desert came to the Oscars in an American Express card dress, and it's fabulous.
Love it. Oh my gosh, it just makes me think when I studied abroad in Italy, there was this song, I know, right? Excuse me. There was this song that was like super popular there, but like never, of course, made it to the United States. But it was Love, Sex, American Express.
Love, Sex, American Express.
You sounded like Gunther. Remember Gunther? It's a hot, hot summer night. Remember those terrible music videos? He's got the really weird mustache and the horrible haircut.
Bananas, melonas, yeah. It's a hot, hot summer love. Yeah.
Bananas, melonas, yeah.
So next on the runway, Carmen Carrera.
She said it herself. She's like, I'm doing Dita Von Teese, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like writing Dita Von Teese. Oh, she's saying it. She's saying it right now, and it was gorgeous.
It was. Her hair was like on point.
Oh yeah, I mean, she literally looked like Dita Von Teese. It was like, can Carmen like join her burlesque troupe? Yes. Yeah, this was just very beautiful and very 40s pinup Dita Von Teese.
Yeah.
You know.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. So then next on the runway, Alexis Mateo wearing her boyfriend's jacket.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it looked very man-y.
Yes. I wish that she had at least just pinned it to tailor it a little bit more, to like pull it in the sides and like give her some more hips.
Yeah. I kind of wish she had done like a Get Happy reference and just had the jacket on and been like, ooh.
I was thinking that too.
I didn't hate it. It was definitely polished.
Yeah.
I thought the pants put it over the top of, this is too covered. Next on the runway, Yara Sofia.
Yes. I personally loved this.
I loved the first part.
Okay.
Well, it was fine. It was fine. So she comes down in a traditional Puerto Rican dancing costume.
Yes.
And she's doing all the ruffles.
yeah.
It's this big white covered up. And then she takes it off and she's got like an American Gladiators costume on.
I mean, she was Wonder Woman.
Hi, I'm Siren. Like, what's going on? But her body, I mean, why don't people talk about how fucking great her body is?
Right? So then next is Shangela. So this was, at first I was like, oh, this is fine. And then like the more that you look at it, you're just like, no, this is really quite a mess.
It's like some Judy Jetson.
Yeah, a little
Evil
bit.
Longoria.
Yeah.
She looked like Anne Francis in Forbidden Planet. I didn't care for this. And her wig was gross. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dry wigs. Why are wigs so dry? They're
thirsty.
so thirsty.
Oh God, but wait, no, her wig, that the disgusting, like, just pink accented, like...
Well, it's like white.
They weren't even tracks. They were just, like...
It was like those clip-ins that you get.
Yeah.
So then, last on the runway, Raja, in this Cher realness. It looked like Cher going to Coachella. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I really liked this. This is like, oh, Alexis Michelle.
I nearly went blind stoning this thing.
Right.
I mean, of course, she wouldn't have had a fabulous headdress like that.
No, but I think, yeah, you should definitely try and make sort of a fashion reference. If you're worried about offending some sort of race
or culture,
make a fashion reference, not a historical, cultural reference.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yes.
I thought this was fabulous.
So then they show, like, the final PSA videos.
Right.
And so Shangela's was first.
All I wrote down was desperate and annoying.
Oh, boy.
And the troops, I love you. Hallelujah.
I was glad to hear Rue call it out as, like, you know, her shtick. Or
Rue was like, it seemed forced and, like, overly done. And just, like, her shtick. And it was like, I didn't, you know. And I was like, yeah.
It did. More than a lot of her other stuff. I was like, this just feels disingenuous.
I thought her PSA was kind of canned. It felt that it was kind of like part of her shtick.
And then Carmen's, the only thing I remember that was new that was fabulous is, okay, so they're both, Jason and her are both riding on a bicycle built for two, and they both pretend to eat hot dogs. Like, Carmen's like, oh, this hot dog's so good. And, like, she was, it's not even near her mouth. And Jason is just like, it was just so funny.
Good.
He stole the whole...
Oh my god, he really did. I wasn't looking at her for a good 30 seconds, which was the entire length of the thing.
And then Alexis Mateos was next. It was hilarious and amazing and just everything.
This is the only land where you can grow up and become whoever you want to be. I'm a fucking drag queen!
I'm a fucking drag queen!
Yeah! Bobby, come home, baby!
Bobby, I want you to come back home, baby! Bam! Bam!
Bam! It was it's just so good.
It's so good. I loved that in Untucked, they just played the whole thing over
The entirety of her video game, they're like, this is just gold.
Here you go.
Here.
And you were like, oh, and she won.
Yeah.
She could have come down in just an American flag, and I would have been like, doesn't matter, she still won.
Just like wrapped her, like...
Just like a towel, and you're like, oh, I came out of the shower. Actually, I'm not angry at that.
Ooh. Like that Audra McDonald towel. Remember the fancy towel that she wore?
No.
So they're showing the videos, and then they have the judges comment, and this is Johnny Weir really shined.
Oh my god.
He's like, you're just like really covered up head to toe. I mean, you should just like show a little bit of skin. I mean, not too much. I don't want to see your honey basket, but you know, like enough.
I love a queen in uniform. You respected this, and by respect, I mean definitely put Swarovskis all over it.
Next is Yara Sofia.
Yeah.
I love America. So America, let me be the Latina. I feel free, darling.
Hey! This was very energetic. There wasn't a lot of content.
No, not really. The funniest part about it was, if you can't love America, how are you gonna love somebody else? Which was like really stupid and funny.
If you don't love America, how the hell you gonna love yourself?
But yeah, it was just like scattered pieces of sentences, and like I got that she was trying, but it just didn't happen.
So then Manila's video, I mean, I did laugh. It was very crude.
Hot dogs, sushi, Italians, kielbasa. America, you taste so good.
I laughed a lot more when she like has sex with the Statue of Liberty, and she goes, you taste delicious.
It was just, I was watching it going, is she like, it seemed like a PSA for like a restaurant. Like it was gonna be like, and stop in and, you know,
come to the food court at Mall of America where we have everything.
Right? I was like, what is this for? Is this about America? Really? You know, that was I think the biggest problem.
Being a lady, I am not quite so sure about when you emit some gas.
It's comedy, people. Why does everything have to be so serious?
I agree with Michelle that it was like, come on, whatever. Like, we can laugh at it. Like, don't take this too seriously, Max Munchnick.
I don't like the name. I don't like the look. I don't want to see a sitcom starring the little girl from The Ring.
Cheryl Tiegs was pulling on Max Munchnick.
She was.
Like, I did not appreciate, as a lady, that there was fart humor. You realize you're on RuPaul's Drag Race,
right? Like, come on.
And then last was Raja. I thought it had heart and a purpose. It was just very cold and removed.
Growing up in Indonesia, my parents taught me that I could be whatever I wanted to be. America, where the son of immigrants can wear her freedom proudly.
But like the actual words.
Yeah,
that
if
she
you
was
listen
saying,
to what she said, it was nice. But
was
when the way that she delivered it was just so like dry.
Yeah.
It was like, and this
I
is
think
what I'm saying to you.
I think you're right that she thought it was supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
I mean, she says it later, but like I think that's definitely what happened. Like she was like, oh no, I can't be wacky. Well, and then they get to the judging later. There's all this talk about how Carmen basically has resting bitch face.
You have to stay in character. You have a tendency to, dare I say, look bored.
Resting bored face.
Yeah. I mean, she does. I was looking at her on stage, and she's just kind of like.
But Joni Weir is just like, totally goes all in on her. It's just like, I don't know, she might as well just be chewing on some wheat.
And she may as well have been chewing on a piece of wheat, taking a dump. This girl, if she ever wants to be a huge success, people will not buy tickets, she will not be able to pay her rent, and she will be flipping burgers.
Some wheat.
Some wheat.
Fields of wheat. Fields of wheat. Cream of wheat. Wheat with feathers. The guy was just like, yes!
The crops, the grains, fields of rippling wheat. Wheat. All there is in life is wheat.
We haven't talked about how all in he went on Jessica Simpson. He's like, you look like Jessica Simpson.
And I feel like I wouldn't want to look like Jessica Simpson.
Was this like in the era of when like those horrible, Jessica Simpson wore those horrible high-waisted jeans at that like county fair
God.
and everyone decided to crucify her for them?
But they really, it was like, I was like, whoa, girl, that's a little harsh. I mean, I would much rather look like Jessica Simpson than a lot of other people.
Yeah, no, I mean, it seemed like Joni Weir had a personal vendetta against her. It was like aggressive.
It was.
But anyway, Alexis wins.
Yeah.
Rightly so.
Absolutely.
Her video was head and shoulders above everybody else's. And Yara and Carmen are in the bottom. I don't know. I personally think I would have put Shangela down there because her outfit was shit and her video for me was grating. Like I don't know. It's hard because yes, Yara was doing a lot of the same and it was like the worst version of that crazy Latina thing that she does.
Right.
And Carmen's was boring.
Yes.
But I thought Carmen's look, like there's other episodes where I would have definitely put Carmen in the bottom.
Right.
But this one I was like, I don't know.
I think it should have been Shangela and Yara.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. I was like, thank God, Shangela finally, she's safe? What the fuck, Rue?
Yeah, but Carmen and...
Thanks, Shangela. You want one?
Sure. Oh boy. But,
Trywink.com/MovieBitches. You get $20 off your first month of wine.
But Carmen and Yara are in the bottom.
Yes.
And they lip sync to Mickey in Spanish.
Yes.
I was so excited having Bring It On flashbacks. I was very excited about it.
Why do you think they did it in Spanish when it was an American challenge?
Because they knew Yara was going to be in the bottom?
But
this is similar to that episode when Jinx was in the bottom and it was like that operetta, like, where you were like, well, this is so clearly tailored for her. I love it. She's fucking killing it. But like, huh? Did we know ahead of time? This seems weird. Maybe there's like a list of songs and they can pick it.
But they have to give it to them
somewhat ahead of time.
Right?
So I don't know.
It
was like, what?
It was like, oh. And then, because then they had this whole conversation, which didn't really matter, but they had this whole conversation of like, oh, Carmen, you speak Spanish, right? And she's like, no, like I can understand it, but I don't speak it.
I don't think she should be defined as a Puerto Rican. She didn't grow up in Puerto Rico. If you put her in the island, she probably would cry alone. Like, because she don't know where she at.
I mean, she's Puerto Rican by virtue of the fact that her mother is Puerto Rican.
Sometimes Alexis gets ugly and I don't like it.
Yeah, I think from here on...
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
And so that's what I remembered, is like just, she gets uglier and uglier.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a fabulous lip sync.
Oh my gosh. Well, so they both have the words down.
Yes.
Yara is doing it.
Yeah.
Quick change.
Oh my god, yes.
That was so good. And then at a certain point, Carmen just goes down to the judges and starts singing right to their faces and
kisses Johnny
makes out with Johnny Weir. And I was just like, yeah, this is happening now. The smudge on his lips was so aggressive.
So aggressive. Yara is like kind of coming for Carmen. She's like, you know, this is a lip sync, not like a makeout contest. Like, which I get.
The line reading definitely felt like it was 5 hours later and the producer was like, respond to her kissing them.
We are doing our lip sync and Carmen is kissing Johnny. Is not kissing for your life.
It felt like they fed her that line.
You know, like I would have been annoyed if Yara had gone home, spoiler alert, then I would have been a little bit more pissed about it.
I guess.
A little bit.
I was kind of living for it.
Oh, yeah.
Carmen was just like, let's talk, let's see, hey. Like, she was just like, pay attention to moi.
But you know how I feel about queens going down to the judges' table anyway.
Sure.
So the whole time I was like, fuck, this is too close. Like, Rue should really keep them both. I didn't remember. And thank God Rue did. Rue was like, you both stay.
Well, and then Rue is like, signing off, and she goes, and if you can't love America, then how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? And she just starts cracking up like, this is nonsense. I love it.
If you can't love America, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen in here?
Yeah. So this week, on Untucked, Yara is Barbara Walters, according to Rasha, but she's just like plain hostess.
What do you think about your critics? Next up, Alexis Mateo.
What if there's a judging process?
I know, Barbara Walters. Cool. Do you have anything else to say?
So how do you think you felt about their critiques of you?
Go.
Down the line.
And now you.
She's talking to everyone, and then it gets to be her turn, and she's like...
Can you explain also mine? Because I don't remember.
They say you was horrible and you're probably gonna be lip sync. They read you, girl.
And Alexis just comes for her.
Like, oh, they said it was terrible, and you're definitely gonna be lip syncing.
Which was true.
They were like, they read you to film.
They tore us to shreds.
Shreds! And then they show sort of exclusive, untucked footage of her critique, and Rue is like,
is this a Puerto Rican Snuggie?
This is the national costume for dancing.
I'm all for, like, you know, making jokes about everything, but it felt like, you're insulting her culture.
The biggest thing for me was that I thought it was fabulous.
Sure, it didn't look like awful to me.
No, it wasn't like she had a fucking horse blanket. Yes, it was a high neck and like she had sleeves and whatever.
But then she took it off to reveal a fabulous, sexy American Gladiators bathing suit. So it wasn't
she
like
gave you both.
Yeah, you got both flavors. So anyway, it just
and it was all of those fabulous, like she's waving it
and stuff. And then they cut back and Yara's like, "What's a Snuggie?"
Do you know what a Snuggie is?
No.
It's that blanket that has the arms in it and you put it on.
How dirty!
They said, do you have a Puerto Rican Snuggie on?
It's fine. It's fine.
I wonder. This is really silly.
Yeah.
But I feel like the only Snuggie that I would want to own, not that I have anything against Snuggies, I kind of want one, but I was thinking about like, well, it's such a silly notion to me.
Sure.
What would I want? I would want one with the statue of David on it.
So you could be like...
So you like have it on and you're just like, look at me.
But you already have that apron.
I know.
Imagine you laying on your couch.
Just like, the statue of David. It'd be stupid.
It would be stupid. Yeah, so then Manila is sort of having a minute.
An Asian beauty just looks better on you.
I mean, I don't know what they want from me. I mean, do I just have to be just Asian all the time for them?
They say, we don't think you look good as a blonde. And I think what they should have said is, this blonde wig is terrible.
Yeah, you should burn this wig.
She's sort of taking it really personally, like, oh, I have to come out and always be this sort of Asian stereotype or whatever, which I think she was taking a little too seriously because she came out in like a red flapper wig and they were like, you look great.
Yeah.
Really? I can't wear blonde hair?
But I think Manila maybe too. Maybe they're not saying you can't wear blonde hair. It's just that particular blonde wig on you.
Shangela does say, I think they were just talking about that specific wig. And I was like, yeah. Good for you, Shangela. I agree with you. So they're going all around the circle and they get to Shangela. And they're like, so what did you think about your critiques? And she's like, yeah, I mean, I know this outfit isn't great, but like, you know, I've lost like 5 pounds since I was here, and you know, not that's an excuse, but like the fit wasn't right, and all this stuff, and everyone's dead-eyed stares, just like, girl.
The fit, I've lost 5 pounds since I've been here. That's no excuse. I was trying to mask it as best I could, but.
Here's the crazy thing to me about Shangela. So often, the stuff that Shangela says, I'm like, that is true. Or, you understood the judges very well.
Every time I get in front of Santino with any costume, I mean, I may be standing there, you know, up and legs crossed, but he's like looking at me. He's like looking for every little piece.
She really listens to what the judges have to say about everyone.
Yep.
And she understands it. And I think she has like a good sense about it for everyone but herself.
Exactly.
And I think the biggest problem is that the judges haven't been harsh enough on her.
They haven't required her to grow.
No, they haven't been like, bitch, step your look up.
I mean, they'll say it, but then Ru saves her.
Exactly.
Ru's like, oh, but you're safe.
I mean, Michelle literally this week was like, look, a queen shouldn't be coming out in this outfit. And Ru's like, Shangela, you're safe. You know, I don't blame her necessarily for being delusional about the level that she's at.
Right. So then Shangela and Alexis go into the gold bar, and Shangela is really like, so tell me all your deepest, darkest secrets about this boyfriend of yours.
What happened with him? Like,
it was a guy that I met that I have a great time meeting, and I don't know.
And then she talks about how he couldn't be openly gay in the military at the time, and so there was all these things. And
I lost the love of my life just because in the military you cannot be openly gay or you will lose all your benefits.
I mean, we'll get to it in the reunion, but she comes out to say like that they never, like I guess they never reconnected. She's moved on. She was at the time, or has been for a while, dating like Mr. Gay of America or something like that.
What's Mr. Gay?
It's just what I read on Reddit. I don't know what else to tell you.
You were on Reddit?
Well, because I was listening to her tell this heartfelt story, and I was like, oh, I wanted to know if they got, like, if they ever reconnected, if she ever found him, if he died, if it was like some tragic story or whatever.
Right. What's Mr. Gay?
I don't know. I can't wait to look it up and find out.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Is it like a?
I think it's like a pageant for gays.
Who's the most gay?
Should I try it?
And then they just start like running down the list of complaints about the other queens, and they're just like,
and whoever did the body job on her thighs did a good job, and they should have been well paid. Also, it's just like, girl, she's always talking about she's tired. She is. They made an accurate critique when they're like, stand up straight, Carmen, because she's always like,
Carmen this, Carmen her plastic surgeon, blah blah blah. Oh, Carmen's, you know.
Yeah, that read about her thighs.
Right?
And I was like, I don't think a lot of people are taking the time and money to get plastic surgery on their thighs.
It cuts back to the Interior Illusions Lounge,
yes.
and Yara is like,
I asked for help to Tangela, and she said some shady thing. Sometimes I feel stupid because I help too many people, and sometimes I don't get the same.
She's talking about how she felt stupid for helping Shangela so much, and then when she needed Shangela's help, or she went to Shangela for help, she was, you know,
just like,
persona non grata or whatever.
It was really fucked up and like not cool. And Raj was like,
you know, Jada, that you can ask me anytime for help.
I know, but that sucked.
They were all very welcoming to
Yes.
Yara. They were just like, come and join us. It'll be better.
Thanks a fucking lot. If you hadn't helped her, she would have been gone 3 weeks ago.
Yara's just a really nice person.
I know.
I love Yara.
I really do.
So then it cuts back to the gold bar.
What about when Carmen said, well, usually I pay different for photos and I paint different for camera? What was that about?
Carmen has her excuses.
Sure.
Hair and the makeup fell kind of flat for me yesterday. Like, did you see on screen, did it look kind of...
Yeah, like, I know how to paint for pictures, but for video is what I'm still working on.
Well, you know, Carmen, we are being taped right now.
You know we're on video now, the whole show.
We're being filmed right now.
How about when the judges said, Manila, you look beautiful as a beautiful Asian, and she was offended by that.
What do they want me to wear, like fans and chapstick all the time? Bitch, yes, that's what you served from the beginning. Even the challenge with the pineapple dress, it was Japanese.
But even that pineapple dress was like Japanese, and it's like awkward silence. And she was like, are pineapples Japanese?
I have a pen, I have pineapple. Pineapple pen, pineapple pen.
It was funny though because every time Alexis would say chopsticks, it sounded like she was saying chapsticks.
What do they want me to wear, like fans and chapstick all the time? Chapsticks and fans. Chapstick and fan.
Shangela's like, she's offended. I mean, she has offended every single Asian culture.
America is an all-you-can-eat buffet of diversity. Turkey breasts, Mexican, Chinese.
Chinese. She's
holding a taxidermy dog.
I mean, sure. Is it like
inappropriate?
Yeah, that's the joke.
Is it not PC? That's
Right.
the better, No. Is it funny? Yes.
Now, I will say this. I did appreciate what Shangela had to say where she was like,
She never celebrates Asian culture. That's my only problem with Manila. Y'all do Cha-Cha Diva and some of the, fun stereotypes, but at the same time, she's out there in the religious costume. You talk about the history of Puerto Rico.
You're teaching us about the culture
Yes.
while making fun of it.
Yes.
Yes, I wish Manila was also teaching us while making fun of it.
Yes.
But I still found this funny.
Sure.
That joke is tired.
Yes.
The, Chinese people eat dogs is a tired joke. This was in a funny context because it was like, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was funny to me that Shangela, didn't get it.
It
was like, wachoo.
The hoe was holding a dog. And I love Chinese food. Don't be getting on TV telling the folks it's made a dog.
No, that's not what she's... Anyway, that was this week.
Yep.
It was a pretty fabulous episode. We got some really iconic moments.
I'm a fucking drag queen!
We got a fabulous lip sync.
Oh, such a good lip sync.
The first double save ever. So, I mean, all in all, it was a pretty great episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, we will see you next Thursday. Subscribe, try Wink, buy our shirts, buy my t-shirt.
Send stuff to
Speaking
our
of
P.O.
Manila.
box.
Yes! We've really been enjoying all of the stuff, that we've been getting. And thanks, cats.
Oh, and send us fan art.
Yes.
I love it.
I can't draw for shit. So it really, impresses me when people are like, look at this thing that I made. I'm like, oh, shit, I could never do any of that. I'm just, stick figure level. Cheers.
Bam! Bam! Bam!